Hi YouTube, this is Darkon633. We're back with another Star Wars review. This time we're going to take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series 3 3/4 inch Imperial ATSD Walker with Imperial ATSD driver. Now this is actually one of the only technical 3 3/4 inch Black Series exclusives that we got, in terms of vehicles anyway. And it's pretty interesting actually. It's actually one of my favorite vehicles that I've been wanting for the longest time, but I was never able to actually get a hold of thanks to the secondary market prices being pretty high. Now, while this price point itself is also pretty high at about a $60 price point, at least it's something that was actually brand new in box rather than me getting a second-handed version from eBay or something. So I'm happy to actually finally get a hold of my own physical copy of this particular vehicle. Anyways, we're going to take a look at the box. The box is what's pretty much expected in the Black Series style. And I take that back. There actually was another 3 3/4 inch Black Series release that was a Toys R Us exclusive, which also had Jabba the Hutt, and I think there was another one with the ATSD Walker as well. But anyways, this is not exactly the same one that we got in there, so it's a little repainted its own. But from the front, we have a picture of the driver and the actual Walker. The back, we have a schematic of the actual vehicle on the side there. Here's pretty much just the same we've seen with the Black Series releases, just the name of the product, etc. And we have a buy on the back along with some of the features that it can do. So now we're going to take a look at the vehicle more closely. Now, just looking at up front, it is a little bit on the shaky side due to the way that the leg designs are. The legs are fully articulated, or at least as fully articulated can they be for this particular kind of vehicle. But because of that, it does cause some kind of stability issue. But what I could tell, even though the mold itself is about the same from the Legacy Collection release, from what I could tell, it's a lot better since it seems like Hasbro's upped the QC so that at least it can stand up and not having many issues. We're going to look at the top part of the vehicle first. Articulation-wise, we got the cannons, which can spin. Same thing with this side too. We got this inner cannon here, which can be articulated up and down and go into firing position. However, it does include this secondary cannon, which can be used as a kind of play feature, since this one actually has a set of missiles that can fire by pressing a button underneath. It does have similar articulation, but not as much. We're just going to unplug that and place back the original cannons. So there we go. We have these opening vents, which are really nice that the vehicle actually features that. And up here, we got tiers that can open. Obviously, the top hatch and the full hatch where you can actually put the figures inside. It's actually easier to pull it from there, since from that you have a little bit more leverage to actually pull it up. Inside, we got a fully detailed cockpit with 2 seats with some stickers. Same thing on the side here, we got some sticker detailing. And it's got some pretty decent detailing in general inside the vehicle itself. Before anything else, we're going to take a look at the figure that the set includes, and that is the ATSD driver. Unfortunately, this is the only ATSD driver that I own, since I never actually got any of the prior releases. I might actually get one eventually just to go with this vehicle later down the road. But for now, we're going to take a look at the figure itself. The helmet is removable. It's this very soft material. Underneath, we got a fully sculpted head, so that's nice that we actually got that. Other points of articulation is that the head is fully ball jointed. We got ball hinges at the shoulders, ball hinges at the elbows, swivels at the wrists, but because of the way that it's designed, the entire glove is a single piece, so you're not going to have any other type of wrist swivel. It includes this kind of standard blaster for Imperial, so that's nice. Fully jointed waist. We got swivels at the thighs, but because of the way that the legs are designed kind of in a more open out position, it does kind of look kind of awkward when actually putting it into sitting position. It has ball hinges at the knees and ball hinges at the ankles. So we got good range of movement since it is a super articulated release. We're actually going to take this figure and put it in a pretty okay sitting pose. You're not going to get a whole lot of good sitting poses in general, but this does the job okay. We're going to open up the hatch and place the figure inside. And then, since I mentioned earlier I do not have another one of these drivers, we're just going to put a trooper from Rogue One, since technically you can actually use this also for a Rogue One display if you wished. since I don't think the design of the ATST changed a whole lot. If not, it's very minimal in design from the original trilogy. So we got a Stormtrooper sitting inside, and you can close it off, so that's nice. Other points of articulation is that this entire piece here can swivel left and right if you wish to. It's got two joints at the legs on the top here. We got a swivel and an outward joint there. Then we got an outward joint here along with a swivel as well. You got a single joint there, ratchet at this part of the foot, and as well there too. So we got a pretty good range of movement. Unfortunately, due to the way the design of the vehicle, you're not going to get a whole bunch of dynamic poses without sacrificing stability. You can really only put it in several sweet spots in order for it to just stand in general, so, which is unfortunate, but that is kind of the limitations of the vehicle itself, and because of that, it was a very easy to topple over vehicle even in the films. So that's nice, I guess, that they still went with accuracy there. You do need to play around with the joints in order to keep it standing, otherwise it's going to topple over, which is kind of annoying, but it's manageable. What you can do also is, if you wanted to, since we're actually going to reenact a scene from Return of the Jedi, you can take the figures out, and then you can put Chewbacca, if you wish to, from here. We're going to close the top part of the hatch and take Chewbacca, and you can just place him up here so we can reenact him from Return of the Jedi, so it's nice that you can actually do that. And that pretty much covers my review for the Imperial ATST Walker from the 3 3/4 inch Black Series that's exclusive to Walmart. So I'm actually really happy to finally get a hold of this vehicle, since it's actually something I've been really wanting from the original trilogy vehicles, but due to the fact it was very expensive on the secondary market, it was really hard to actually finally get a hold of one. So I'm glad that I was finally able to get a hold of this release. Thanks to my friend Soundo12 once again for helping me get this release, since I do not have a Walmart that's easy to get to in my local area. So I'm really happy to finally get a hold of this particular vehicle. Unfortunately, the Walmart website still has not restocked it for what I could tell, so your best bet is to probably just check the local Walmart areas, and hopefully you'll be able to find this particular vehicle if you actually want to hunt it down. Anyways, please comment, subscribe, and check out Hero Club and Hirotaku. Also check out Twitter at Darkon633, and don't forget to check down the other channels down below. Please check the little bell at the bottom of the screen in order to see my content go up as soon as possible. And I'm back with more Star Wars reviews, but for now, I'll be seeing you later, YouTube. Bye.